Final race on the programme then, race number 10, and another good one here. It's a Class 3. It's over the 1,400 metres, headed by Happy Agility. Takes a drop into, or back into Class 3 company. Kingsfield put 2 wins together at the end of last season. Brady Levin gets the gear change. Regency Bobo, course and distance winner last season. Fast Most Furious just having his second start. A Beautiful last start winner goes up in class. Silverfield up in class as well. And Bring It On, a huge run from him behind Green Card last time out.
Yeah, he and a number of others have trialled again since their last start too, Andrew. Kingsfield, the noted front runner in the race. Carefree Prince to roll forward. Regency Bobo can sit handy, and A Beautiful showed last start that he doesn't have to lead to win, so he may sit in behind Kingsfield. I think they'll sort of work out their order fairly quickly, the noted front runners, and make it difficult for the closers.
Brave Legends coming here to Purton. Here's a winner at Happy Valley, but he has run well at Purton before. I think he was suited. And they're putting the cheek pieces on here for the first time. So he's come on nicely from his first 2 runs this season. He's 4th behind Starlight. He's going nicely, this horse. Fast Most Furious. And he did have excuses on debut from barrier 5. He's going to get a really nice run. And I think he's going to run pretty well, Fast Most Furious. David Hall and Zach Purton. David Hall could be in for a good day. Now, look, Bring It On is working with him, Roman Impero, who did run well on Wednesday night. And Bring It On, I just was going away from him at the end of this gallop. I thought it was a nice piece from him as well, Bring It On. So he comes in with a lightweight.
It's a fair bit of early money for him as well, Bring It On. We're going to start, though, with Pretty BAUHINIA and Karis Teetan on his chances in the last.
Karis, Pretty BAUHINIA, he's second up on the weekend. What do you think of his first run?
Yeah, his first run was good. It was actually the first time that he's shown a little bit of more energy and a nice finish. I was very impressed with that, and also after that he pulled up very good, so I was happy with altogether.
In that race, were you happy the way he was travelling? Because just looking at it, there were a couple of times where it looked like you had to work at him a bit.
Yes, me just wanted the horse to travel in the race because he's always drop out, and he didn't want the horse to drop out. And I think he's a type of horse that the more you get him into the race, the more concentrate and focus he gets. Once you just leave him out, he will just lose focus and he doesn't want to put it in. So we had to just be very positive on him, and I think this is why he ran a good race.
Has that barrier trial brought him on?
Yes, it was just a nice, easy trial, but of course I think that first run has definitely bring him on. He felt very good in the trial. I think he's going to the race spot on.
And just looking at the race as well, there's another one at Regency Bobo that you rode last time out. How would you compare the 2 horses?
They are totally 2 different horses. Of course, Regency Bobo got the ability also, but I didn't have a choice of choosing any of them. So I mean the other horse. So I was pretty happy to be on my ride because I think he definitely going with a big chance.
All right, a little bit unlucky last time out. Comes in with a big chance. I think that is Pretty BAUHINIA. Move on to Brave Legend. Gets the gear change on Saturday. This is him finishing in 4th spot last time out, but a big win at the start before. Yeah, the start before was quite impressive when he beat Power Max. And this is a nice run from him as well. He got out wide. And this distance here was 1,200 metres. He steps up to 1,400 metres, and I think the step up to the 1,400s suit him because it looks like he's needing more ground. His best work was the last 50 metres there.
Yeah, his first up win at the Valley was terrific, but on with Paul, bigger track, longer trip, much better.
Yeah. All right. Silverfield was well, a pretty smart winner last time out. Everything seemed to fall into place. Travelled down the straight, just booted away. He's come with barrier 14 though.
Yeah, half the field, Andrew, you sort of look at the runners and go, oh, I'd like to put this in the tips, but then you sort of look down at Silverfield and you see that he's drawn 14, he's got no weight, and there's a lot of other horses to choose from. Some of them have got better barriers and are carrying less weight. So I didn't find a spot for him, but I wouldn't be surprised. This was such a dominant performance, and he's had a lot of issues throughout his career. I think he's obviously, you know, cherry ripe now. Still very well rated on his previous best.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to reproduce it, but I don't know if he can from 14. It's a tough race.
It is a tough race. Right. You can make a case for a few.
Yeah. There's a few tough ones throughout the course of the afternoon.
Yeah. If you get a winner, you'll be well rewarded. And the winner of this one, though, is? Well, again, you'd be rewarded if this one wins. Brave Legend. I just like him coming up and tripping to Purton. So I put him on top. Fast Most Furious is the early favourite, and he had excuses on debut. He went nicely. Bring It On. We saw that track work, and world records going really well at his track work and his trials, and he's not a bad horse, and he's another one that had a bit of value. So I went 3, 8, 14, 7. I'd play exotics.
Yeah, look, it's a good race, and there's a number of winning chances. I'll go with my old mate, Pretty Bohemia. I gave him a couple of good chances last season. He was very poor. He had an abnormal breathing problem, but he ran well fresh. Fast Most Furious, a very interesting runner. I think he just blew up first up. Brave Legend, suited to the bigger track. And Bring It On. We saw that replay before. It was an outstanding run from him. I went 3, 8, 10 QQP, but I think there's a number of ways you could play the last race. And exotics is the key word, as Paul mentioned.
Kingsfield might take a bit of catching as well if he gets out in front by himself. Straight into the stats, though, Paul. This is Manfred Mann, his most recent horses. Blinkers on for the first time.
Interesting, isn't it? He's had the 5 runners. He's had 2 wins, 2 thirds and a 4th. So I thought it was a really interesting stat there. He's got a horse running around blinkers first time and never laugh. And Zach Purton's jumped aboard it. And again, it's in a tricky race. I think he'll run well. He's had the 2 starts. This will be his 3rd start. Blinkers on at the right time.
All right, one to watch for him. Also the best bets, hopefully they're the ones to watch as well.
Well, hopefully, yeah. I'm going with Soul Special down the straight. Him to beat Super Junior in that race, but I think Soul Special can win. And Beckley at a massive price, $2.50 favourite last time. Let the pace go and go Whisker over the top.
And there's your play of the day, Paul.
Yep, Soul Special, Beauty Master and Super Junior. I think that's a good way of doing it.
He's so confident, doesn't care about the play.
No, it's a moral.
Just get on.
2-4 Empire Star for me. I think blinkers should do the trick. There is some good competition. I think there's a few in that race that can progress to Class 3. And Penzance has got blinkers first time as well for David Hall. Very hard race, the 5th. Race 7, my play of the day. Amazing Moment, the banker with Happy Surveys, Arizona Blizzard, Born to Achieve and Pakistan Baby in the trio.
My dartboard is back from the repair shop. Encounter, race 6, number 6. He'll be an each-way play. Another one for Deleuze as well, possibly here, Paul. But I think he's heading in the right direction. The Legends, a big price. We could get $40 about him. Same race as you, Brett. Race 5, number 11, the Legends. It's that sort of race. I work around him with a bit of value in the QQP, Bingo, Creme Brulee, and the Legend as well. But that's about all we've got time for. Saturday programme, it's a tough one.
It is, yes. It's not an easy car, but you will be rewarded, as we've mentioned already throughout the show, if you can find the winners and cues and whatever and all that with plenty of value. Just quickly too, Alexi Bedell's been given a 3-month riding licence starting 1st of November. Great
to have him back on board. But that's the show. Thanks for watching. On behalf of Paul, Brett and the rest of the team, hopefully we'll see you at Shartin on Saturday when we will be racing to win.
Good night.
Good night.